In this video, we're going to go over how to use the keyboard and get the most out of it in DUBturbo. So again, first thing we'll do is click on the pencil, layer 1, click, hold, and drag all the way across both bars, click edit, and we'll draw in a real quick beat here. Let's go down to, say, house 3, and we'll draw in a very quick and loop it, and we already have a way too fast, so simply click on the tempo and bring that down to 92. And okay, now let's do that same thing on layer 2. This time we'll choose a different kit. We'll even choose one of these beatbox kits. It's extremely loud. Turn that down a bit and just put in a couple. Turn layer 2 down a little bit. So just have a simple 2-layer beat. Okay, so now we'll go to layer 5 with the pencil tool. Click, hold, and drag. And I say layer 5 because that's where the keys start. Now if we click edit, this pulls up. Click stop. This pulls up our keyboard editor, 4 octaves. And you can see by the fades going upwards that each octave is diversified. Then you can see by the fades going horizontally each bar and the way it's diversified. So it's very easy to maneuver around and lay in and position and know what octave you're in and what part of the bar you're in. So we can also click on P. This will bring up our panel of each category and all the sounds within it. Let's choose bass 2. First one, then click on edit, and we can preview the sounds by clicking on the keyboard with your mouse or using your keyboard that you type on. Your Q represents this first C, and then moving upwards, here are the shortcuts for both octaves. The QWERTY octave is your second one, and then Z is your first one. So we can change the sound using these arrows, and then simply press Q and move your way up the keyboard to hear how it sounds going up the octave. You can do this while it's playing too, so you can preview the beat with the sound that you're previewing at the same time using the keyboard that you type on. Okay, we'll stop it, choose a different sound. I like that. Okay, so pencil tool, we can draw it in. I can go and there we go. Pretty cheesy bass line, but just to give you an idea. So we'll do the same thing now on the next layer. Click, hold, drag all the way through. Click on edit, then click on P, and you'll pull up the panels. Choose whatever it is you want. Let's go through some cool effects. Alarm gapper. Click on it, see if you like it. Sure, why not? So lay that in. We'll just leave that by itself. And that's layer 6. It's pretty loud. We'll turn that down halfway or more. And do another layer. Click, hold, drag. Click on edit, click on P, pull up some of the sounds you want. Let's get a couple bells in there, double 2. Something else I'll do here quickly to show you what you can do. Move this back up to 120, press enter, and now, okay, using the keyboard I type on, I'm going to try to record this doing all the shortcuts. So my backward slash is record, spacebar triggers. I'm going to wait 8 and then drop in a simple something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and okay, let's see if that turned out any good. Just looking at it, I already know some of the placements are off, but they're pretty close. So knowing music, I know where to maneuver them. I know that that's the one beat because that's where the fade starts. And I know I wanted my sounds to generally stick to those. There we go. Now it's perfect. But I want to move my BPM back down to 92 so it doesn't sound silly. So 92, enter, and then spacebar. Turn your record off now if you want. And then same thing, if I want to change the combo sound to something else, I can use the arrows, or I can click P, pull up the category, go into whatever, pick whatever, preview it. Don't like that at all, change it. I'm in a real horrible category for this specific track, so we'll get out of it. Let's go down to ethnic, bell bass 2. Nope. Not bad. And we'll move this BPM up to like 102. Maybe it's a bit slow. Turn this down about halfway as well. So what I'll do here, which I haven't done in the other videos yet, is export and then save and open this so that you guys know how that works. If I press export right now, it'll export all of this. That metronome is off. We make sure of that, and it's only 2 bars. It'll only be a 2-bar export. If I want to grow this, I can take my bar count. Let's say I make this 8. Making sure that my arrow tool is selected, I drag the second loop node right to the end. Then holding down my shift key, I'm going to duplicate all these guys. Click, hold, drag, let go, click, hold, drag, let go, over and over. Okay, and maybe for some of these guys, I don't want them on every single bar. Maybe this last one I only want on every other bar as well, like that. So changing up the patterns just changes up the way that the whole track is going to sound. If I go into any of these now and edit, it'll only edit this specific one. It won't edit every single one and every copy. So let's do that. We'll have only the kicks going for this first bar, then bring the snares in. And then for this, same thing. We won't have any of the hi-hats, only the high sample going for the first whole bar. Here you go. Maybe it doesn't sound all that great with it being soloed out like that, so we can just fill more stuff in if we need to. And from here you just get creative. I haven't made the best beat here, but that's alright. I'm just trying to give you guys fast 5 to 10 minute examples of how each of these functions work. So now we'll go to export and actually do a full export. It's exporting our performance, which again is 8 bars, 102 BPMs, nothing soloed or muted, so it'll be exporting the full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers that we've used here, 2 of them being drum layers, 3 of them being key layers. Our master volume is set to full. The others have been mixed down a little bit. If we clip anywhere, which we'll see in a second if we did or not, then we turn the master volume down a bit to get rid of any clips, or just remix the volumes down to proper levels if some of the samples are too loud. And I say that only because we've normalized every sample, and every single sample comes as loud as it can pretty much go. We'd rather you work down than not have enough volume to work with. So now we click on save. You'll notice that it adds the .wave extension for you on my computer. However, if on yours you only see the word beat, not beat.wave, you have to add the .wave extension. So I'm going to label this test 22 .wave. Go to your computer, find wherever it was you saved it, double click on it to hear how it sounds. There you have it. Full broadcast quality export.wave 44.1 stereo. Now what you can do with that little loop is bring it into Audacity, SoundForge, Cubase, Pro Tools, anything really, and chop it up into its own little bar counts and make your verses and your choruses out of it very easily too. So now what we'll do is save as, and here same thing. It'll ask you to add the .DUBproject extension, and you need that so that the program knows how to open it later. We're going to name this the same, test 22, .DUBproject. Make sure it has that part, guys, .DUBproject. Now, if I click on new, or let's say I close down DUBturbo altogether and reopen it, if I go to open and go to test 22, it should give me my bars. There we go. And now it's done something here at the end which it didn't before, and it's told me that my bar was a little bit too far over, so I can move it back and correct it. And if I press play right now, put our loop on first, drag out the node. Something else that happens is all the volumes get reset, so you'll have to simply bring down the ones that were half volume before. There you have it. Something else I would encourage you guys to do is on our website, go to the member section, click on video tutorials, and scroll down past the videos. You'll notice that we have all our chord charts labeled for the majors, and stick to these notes when you're doing your melodies for your bass lines or for your hooks or for your high notes or your bells. Pick one or two of these and make combinations thereof. Use these 3 notes for the whole song in this octave and the next one above it or the next one below it or 2 above it to complement the sounds back and forth and in different combinations, and you'll have very great sounding, easy to make tracks.
DUBturbo.com.
Yeah.